Colorado has taken a very significant step in reining in police officer abuses in the wake of the new civil rights struggle that is building. Colorado recently passed new legislation that would actually remove the immunity the police officers have from civil lawsuits. On Friday, Governor Jared Polis signed the Senate Bill 217, which would produce sweeping reforms across the state. The landmark legislation was announced on the 155th anniversary of the day slaves in Galveston, Texas, learned they were free. This occurred 2 years after President Abraham Lincoln had signed the Emancipation Proclamation and 2 months after the Confederate General Robert E. Lee had surrendered. Previously, a police officer could not be held civilly liable for any damages done to people while they were on the job, the people that they were sworn to serve and protect. That burden was shifted onto the state. Now with this, people feel that this immunity had given the police officers a free hand to commit all kinds of abuses. Other sweeping changes are also being made. Officers are now no longer allowed to utilize deadly physical force when arresting someone for minor or non-violent offenses. They are also required to attempt non-violent tactics before resorting to deadly force. They'll be forced to identify themselves and give clear warning that deadly force may be used with sufficient time for the warning to be observed. Another important change that's being made is that police will not be allowed to use lethal force on a fleeing suspect unless that suspect is demonstrating some kind of lethal threat to the public or to the officers. Before this, it was perfectly legal for the police to use lethal force against someone who was fleeing, regardless of what the situation was. This was referred to as the fleeing felons law. There are also major changes when it comes to police body cameras. Police now must wear them. Not using them is punishable with prosecution. The governor's Colorado State Patrol security detail is exempt from wearing them. If there is an incident, the video is to be made public and uncensored within 45 days of the incident. Incidents involving children, sexual assault, and mental health are required to be released by actual consent. And finally, and probably most importantly, chokeholds are now banned. And as well as chokeholds, anything that interrupts the carotid artery, which supplies blood to the brain, has also been banned for use. Earlier versions of the Senate Bill 217 would have made officers liable for up to $100,000 in damages, but that has been reduced to $25,000 after the measure was pared back during negotiations with law enforcement groups and Republicans. Civil rights groups are hailing the new legislation as a victory, and they hope that this will bring along more institutional reforms in the future. However, many people have been very critical of the move and say that it does not actually tackle the systemic racism which exists within the police, nor does it actually tackle the source of the racism, the capitalist imperialist system itself. Changing that would require significantly more effort than changing the law. Reporting from Niagara Falls, Jason Unruhe, MRN. Thank you for watching. If you like this program, then please head over to my Patreon page and set up a monthly donation. It's your donations that keep this program running. Also, if you would like, please rate, comment, subscribe, and share in various social media.